Greetings everybody and welcome back to another episode of Serious Curious Adventures in Sky Factory 3. Man, you guys have been crazy last episode. The amount of likes and views and comments was crazy. Oops. So thank you so much for that. That was really awesome to see. It's really nice, to get that kind of feedback once in a while. So I really appreciate that. You can see some things slightly different. So I'm messing around with a shader, and this shader is one of my favorite, the Sildas one, and this one is just the enhanced default, which doesn't add too much, right? A lot of shaders are super dark or super over saturated or super light during the day. This one seems really subtle, it just adds a little bit of color here and there, and a tree just grew in my face, and I like it. And I also added the better foliage mod, so we have some fluffy leaves and such. It also gives these rounded locks, but I'm probably going to disable those. I'm not usually a fan of them. And instead of using the inventory sorter mod, I replaced it with the inventory tweaker, because that one like refills your hotbar if you like run out of items and such. So I don't know why that wasn't the one they went with. Maybe there's an issue with the tweaker one, but so far it seems fine. I don't know. So back to twerking. Last episode we set up our basic stuff, of course. We have our cobblestone generator over there now, which is awesome. And today I want to kind of like automate a few things and try to get some resources and that kind of stuff. One thing I learned though is that you can actually use a hammer on logs to get wood chips or wood chippings. And those kind of work the same as like saplings and leaves, where you can put 8 of them into a barrel over here to just get, oops, let's go up here, to get dirt. So that's really cool. If you have too much wood or something, right, you can use that instead. You don't have to use your leaves or saplings or whatever. You can also mix and match them, of course. You can use half leaves, half wood chips, for example. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, so I've been grinding a little bit off camera. I expanded this over here. I added a little bit of a tree farm there. I like this design. Because, the trees are far enough away so that they don't steal their block space for the leaves, right? So you get enough leaves still. And all the leaves are still touching each other though, so it's very easy to like grind them all down, which is awesome. I'm just going to do my hand for now. There we go. And I'm hungry, so hungry. And then, once you're done, I just connect the logs again and I harvest them. So pretty cool. Oh, that was a wood chip over here. You know what? I kind of like them rounded now. I don't know why, but I like the look of this. So hopefully, let me know if you guys think this is distracting or I don't know. Sometimes people get dizzy from shaders and stuff. So if that's the case for you, let me know and I'll disable them. But I figure they are not too crazy, so maybe it's fine. So we have our farm over here, and I added this one, the small storage crate, and these are pretty cool. This is from Actually Additions, and they're super cheap to make, just a bunch of wood and chest and more wood, right? And they have a huge amount of space in here, so I'm just using that to store some of my food stuff in here, which is pretty nice. So Actually Additions, I'm going to talk about that more in the future, but I acknowledge that is a good mod. It has a lot of pretty useful features. Personally, not a huge fan of it at this point. I haven't used it myself, so who knows? Maybe, ooh, look at this info at the top. Maybe I'll convert, but I'm on this trip of like having things balanced pretty well, and I feel like Actually Additions is kind of throwing a lot of things out of balance a bit, but it has definitely some really cool mechanics that I like, and we'll check it out in the future. But that's not something we're going to do today, of course. I grinded down some cobblestone, and the first thing I actually want to make, I want to work towards this cobblestone generated from tiny progressions, because then we don't have to manually mine this. We could, of course, also go with the transfer nodes from extra utilities like we did in Project 2002, for example. But the issue with those is that now in extra utilities too, you need something called grid power to actually power these things. They don't just run on their own anymore. And grid power is pretty interesting interesting design, but I don't really want to mess with that yet, so we might do that in the future. And also I'm going to make a juicer real quick so we can make some apple juice, because they give a little bit more saturation food. I don't know why it doesn't show me. I guess I I thought I have Apple Core installed. I don't know why I don't see it, but yeah, it's a little bit better than just eating the apple. And then you can see daytime, not super bright, right? Who the hell are you? You are not friendly, are you? You are definitely not friendly. Okay, maybe there's some spawning spots over there. Ooh, loot bag! Nice. Where did you spawn? Probably on these logs. You shouldn't be able to spawn on logs, should you? I definitely hear mobs up there. Yep, no, they can spawn. Okay, I should probably get rid of the trees then. Oh, he has googly eyes. And he scared the hell out of me. Ow. There's a mod in here called Better Combat or something. I don't really know what it does. I should probably look that up. Changing the combat a little bit, it seems. But yeah, so I grinded down some cobblestone. So let's look at that cobble generator again. So we just need buckets, right? So we need some iron. And the best way to get iron, of course, is to just grind down some dust, for example, or gravel. It doesn't really matter, really, if you look at this. Because the chances are the same, right? If you look at sifting, sand, 20%. Gravel, 20%. And dust, 20%. The only way you increase the chances is by using a different mesh. So you could just go with gravel. You don't have to grind it down all the way down to dust or anything. So I did that a little bit, and we got a bunch of iron pieces here, and there's some as well. Oops. So we can just combine 4 of them to get the iron ore chunk. And we just smelt this down, and then we get some ingots out of it. Each of these chunks right now gives 1 ingot. Later on we can crush them down into powder to duplicate ores, or using a tinker's smeltery to do that as well, which is kind of cool. And we also need a piece of sand, so I guess I'll just grind down a little bit. I think the hammer lasts enough. Yeah, I have 1 durability left afterwards. So should probably make a new one. Let's also make another furnace just to speed things up a bit. We have a bunch of mini coal here. How are you guys enjoying this pack so far? I noticed that, you know, a lot of you guys are playing as well, which is awesome. And seems like everyone is so far enjoying it, right? It's pretty cool, pretty cool. Seeing all these new mods in action and stuff, which is always fun. Okay, so while that is going, let's see, we just need that. We have the glass, cobblestone, everything. I want to make a hopper as well, so we can pump out items. So let's get some logs. If you use the logs to make the chest shape, you get 4 of them, which is kind of cool. Let's get that as well. Okay, there's a piece of glass. Cool. And then we just need to grab a bucket of lava, which I should still have in here, and a bucket of water, which is no problem, and we're good to go. Okay, that should be everything we need now. No, water was on this side. And there it is. Cobble generator. Pretty cool, and we get the buckets back, which is awesome. And that is all the iron we have right now, so I have to grind down more stuff again. And do I have enough for a hopper? I don't. Okay, so I have to do it manually for now. But you just put this down, and it produces, I believe the first one produces a cobblestone every 2 seconds, maybe. We can upgrade these if we have some iron left. To the tier 2, and this one produces 1 every second, I believe. And you can just, like, let's see, if I put away my cobble, so I don't have any cobblestone in my inventory. If I shift right click, it says 4 cobblestone. If I right click, I take it out, right? So now I have 4 cobblestone here, so now I have 6. You could just hold technically, and you get the cobblestone out of there every 2 seconds, which is awesome. So yeah, we need a hopper so we can make, so we can just grab it out of there, right? Okay, I'm gonna make stone hammers this time, just so they last a little bit longer, and I guess they're a little bit faster as well. Okay, so I want to check something. So I made a flint mesh over here, and I read something online today. Apparently you can combine these sieves to kind of like a multi-block structure. What's happening here? I can barely see them in this. So let's make another sieve over here, one of the compressed ones. 2, oh okay, 4 apparently. Didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Yeah, if you place them in like a, I think they have to be within a 5x5 area of wherever you click. So if I click here, everything like 2 blocks apart away from me is supposed to like count as another like sieve or something. So let's see if I do this. No, maybe it only works with these guys. It sounded like you can combine them. I want to try this out though. Let's see. Let's make a couple of these normal ones. Okay, made a couple of these, and I'm just gonna make, let's see, grab some gravel here. I just want to test it out. So if I right click this one, oh yeah, look at that. It puts them in all of them, and you can just grind it like this. Oh, that's really cool. So technically, if you have like a 5x5 of these things, then using them is faster than using this, right? Probably. So that's really cool and interesting mechanic. Okay, so I have enough iron now again to make a hopper as well. And so now we should just have this automated, right? So let's move this guy over a little bit, and we just put a chest here for now. I guess I can put it here, hopper into it, and that thing on top. There we go. And now we should slowly get cobblestone here. Cool. So I don't have to like manually farm this now. And of course I'm gonna have to keep doing this, try to get more iron. If we have enough, we can upgrade this one to a tier 2, which is gonna be awesome. And I want to, let's see, what is the next one would be diamonds, right? Yeah. Okay, so we can't really do that. What kind of meshes do we have next? The iron stift one. So we want to probably get this one, because with the iron one, we can get diamonds and redstone. I think you need the iron one for that. Yeah, you do. Okay, so with the 4 iron, which we should have now, I'm just going to make the iron mesh. This one here. And it's kind of cool. It's like, you know, you would need an iron pickaxe to mine redstone or something, right? And before you didn't need like a special sieve for that, but now you do, which is kind of interesting. I actually like that concept. Okay, let's put this in here. So I'm gonna grind down stuff off camera. We don't have to do this at this point. Can leave this there for now. Getting cobblestone, awesome. One thing I want to check out now, I think, is get started a bit with Tinker's Construct, maybe? Just so we can get some better tools, I think. So let's make a couple more of these and a couple more sticks. Just some basic tools, right? And then we can make the patterns. Just a bunch. Okay, there we go. Cool, so part builder, stanza table, tool station, and this fancy thing. Was this something else? No, I think that was it. And I guess we can make another one of those. I think that was the fifth one I was thinking of. And I should create a multi-block now, I believe. Let's see, this is the part builder. So I want to put this here, and then the chest in the middle. Yeah, so if you have them all like this, you can actually just right-click one of them and then access the other ones from anywhere, which is so cool. I like that feature a lot. So if you haven't played with Tinker's Construct on 1.10 yet, things are a little bit different. It's not entirely the same. They rebalance a lot of the tools and the materials and also modifiers and stuff like that, and added some other really cool features that I think are pretty neat, and I like them. But yeah, we'll just check them out. So what I would like to do now, let's see, we're gonna make a pack cell. Oh, a mattock, I mean. I forgot if this one can harvest leaves. It can hoe the ground. I don't remember if it can harvest leaves. I thought there was one. That might have been the size or whatever. Or sith, whatever. I don't know how you say it. Okay, let's grab some flint. We still have a little bit. And I think I want to make a flint pickaxe. Oops. Oh, it needs 2 flint though, so I'm going to have to grind down a bit more. And why can't I... Is this not placed right? I'm supposed to be able to put these in here. Let's see, if I put these patterns into this chest first. Oh, that's how you do it. Oh, yeah, and then you just click on them and it puts them automatically in there. Isn't that cool? I think that's really cool. I like that feature a lot. And then we just want the binding. So we just make a really simple pickaxe, right? There we go. Our first tool. Haha. And I believe that's also one of the achievements in here. Let's have a quick look at this. Did we do anything here? So collect rain. Sure, we did that. Craft cobblestone. Yep. Craft a hammer. Sift. Make Tinker's Construct tools from bone or flint. Sure, we did that. Make clay. Craft and cook a crucible. Heat a crucible. And we build a cobblestone generator. Now we're in the Stone Age. And it wants us to make a dark room, which is actually a pretty good idea. We should do that. And this is dangerous, unfortunately. Let's put a torch here. I don't think anything can spawn there. See, this is why I'm not always a fan of half slabs, because like everything's so floaty. I could put this one down, but that looks kind of weird too. So yeah, I don't know. Let's open this loot bag we got though. We got a void crystal, some void crystal pants, that's probably good. And a hen house. No, there's no bee breeding in here. I don't think there's forestry. So instead we have hen breeding, which is pretty awesome. I don't think we can look this up right now, but yeah, never messed with that mod, so that's gonna be interesting. Put on our black pants. Sort of fancy, I guess. And yeah, I think I'm gonna build a mob farm right now. So we just want to build this at least 24 blocks away from our base, from where we are, so the mobs can spawn there. So I think I'm just gonna extend it this way. That should probably be fine. To help me out building that platform and stuff, I'm just gonna grind down some gravel real quick so I can get more flint for some more tools. Remember, you can do this. You don't have to use the sieves, because it's not. I don't think it's 100% there to get flint. So probably better to just do it manually. You get a bunch. Okay, so I need another tool rod, and we need a shovel head out of flint, and just a axe, and that should be enough to make the mattock, right? It's just those three. Yeah. Cool. Do we have a tree right now? I just want to see. Can I? No, it doesn't. It doesn't work as a shear. Okay, I was wondering about that. I think it was a different tool. Cool. Okay, so I'm 24 blocks away from where I usually hang out, roughly. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is, I think, where I want them to spawn on. So we have to make sure this is actually full block, right? So you can actually spawn on these. And I'm just gonna make a super basic farm. I think a lot of people use these designs. It's just like a strip, 3 blocks high, so that Enderman can spawn as well. And then later on we can fully automate that, right? So killing this stuff, killing the mobs. But for now it's just like we're gonna have to manually kill them, which is actually not too bad with the sword mechanics in 1.10, right? Because you can do that whole sweep attack where you hit multiple enemies at once, which is kind of cool. And hopefully this is long enough. It's not super great, but it should be fine. And actually, one thing we could do here to help us out real quick is make a builder's wand, which is super simple. It's just 2 sticks and a block of cobblestone, and you get the very basic one. I believe this one can only do horizontal, maybe, if I remember correctly, but you know, there we go. It's super useful for that, just to expand it a little bit out. Cool. So it looks like when we're at Y level 62, we get the bottom sky here as well. I would love this to be the default, so I think we'll have to build our actual base high up in the air, maybe around 100 or something in the end, because I like this. This is so much nicer looking than being down a few blocks here, where you get this darkness look. Not a fan of that one, so yeah, I might have to do that in the future. Okay, and then we just have to create a wall in front of it, so nothing can move out of there. And we kept this off with half slabs, so it's going to be dark inside. And that's it. That's the whole mob farm we're going to make for now. Remove the torch, and now it's completely dark inside, so mobs can spawn there. And just for safety reasons, of course, I should probably build like a little bit of a thing over here so we don't like fall off or get shot off if somehow a skeleton manages to shoot us through there. I'm not sure. Spawn rate probably won't be great. If we zoom out, we can eventually see something pop up there. And I think it looks really, it looks a bit close, but there should be 24 blocks, right? I'm at Z250 over here. So 24 blocks should be 226, right? Which is this one. So as long as I stand over at my chests, I should be good with mob spawns, I would think. Unless my math is totally off right now. Okay, at the same time, I'm going to build another platform roughly 25 blocks away. I just double checked, this is 25, not 24, but it should be fine. We're still far enough away from it. And this one is going to be for animals to spawn. And we do have grass seeds, so we can plant them here. And I'm just going to make sure... actually, I shouldn't do this here. Yeah, let's remove this again. Unfortunately, I'm going to drop the items. I know some people play with the magnet enabled in NEI, and this is weird. They use NEI and JEI at the same time, JEI for the items here and NEI for all the extra buttons and stuff. I don't know. I always feel like I should use that because a magnet isn't always it's not like an overpowered item, right? It's just like, oh, you don't lose your items. But at the same time, there are magnets in this game that I can craft later on. So maybe I should just wait for it and make my own. I don't know. I guess I'll just wait. But yeah, I'm just gonna make a platform over here. Okay, I also want to make a watering can real quick. I think we should be able to do this. I think it's just this now, right? Yeah. So they work a little bit different. Those are the ones from extra utility too. Oh, and we have some mobs. You can see the red dots in the top right corner of my mini map. They work a little bit different. You have to like fill them with water now, like multiple times, not just before where you right click once and then you have the water forever. Now you have to like fill this, and then while you use it, it actually consumes the water inside. A little bit different, but you know, kind of cool as well. Yeah, so let's just plant our grass seed here like that, and we just spread this with the water. And just so that it can escape, I'm just gonna put a fence gate here so you can open and close it. Cool, there's our passive animal farm now. So we can say this is done. Build a second layer to your island below the level you started from. Yeah, we can do that eventually. You know, I always think like, they always say that, right? Build a platform below your base. Why don't you just build a platform above your base and treat this as your lower level? It would be so much easier. I just thought about that. I don't know why I never thought about that before. But yeah, it would be so much easier. But let's go kill some of these mobs over here so we can see what we can get from this. What was that sound? Oh, it's one of these special mobs, I think. And this is something that always drives me nuts in Sky Islands as well. It's bats. Bats spawning. They only can spawn below 26 now, I believe. It used to be 40-ish, now it's like 60-ish. Another reason to move our base up a few blocks, right? A, so we get the nice sky, and B, so we get no stupid bats everywhere. Wait, we got our first diamond. Woohoo! Something is missing here. Aha, much better. Ooh, there's an enderman. I need to kill the enderman. Damn it. Okay, now that I grinded down some dust with a iron mesh, we got some redstone, which is pretty good because technically we could automate things now, or not automate, but like duplicate our ores. Yeah, ender pearl, awesome. All right, see if we can do this. So first we need a Stirling generator. So let's make 1 piston, not 8. And that gives us this guy, so we can burn some coal or something, or charcoal to get power. And then we also need a sag mill, which is just something like this. So machine case, we need a basic capacitor. I have everything, I just melted down some ores for this. And we make the machine casing, and do we have everything? We just need, oh, another piston, okay. There we go, I guess we did need to. Sag mill, awesome. So now we can just grab some charcoal and put this maybe over here for now. Sure, why not? Put some charcoal inside. We can use some flint in here to get some extra output, and then instead of like cooking this directly, we can just grind this down and we get 2 each. So now we can actually put double our ores already, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, this will have to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do we have any animals yet? No, doesn't look like it. That's okay. I like the face on the mob farm. Always has to have a face. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks a lot for watching again. Thanks a lot for all the support you guys gave me last few episodes and such. That was really awesome to see. And I hope I see you guys soon. Bye bye.